Syrah's not necessarily a Thanksgiving wine, but we'll see if it would go with Thanksgiving fare.
Really?
Usually,
I don't honestly just think wine in general. Like I don't I don't put those kind of preconceived things on that.
Well,
I don't see people that way.
You hear? I'm glad you don't see people that way. But wine and Thanksgiving, I think of Pinot Noir. I think sometimes of Zinfandel.
You better not think of Merlot.
You think of sparkling. You read sparkling wine a lot because it's lighter and it cuts through. Rieslings, things like that too. But yeah, hell, anything can go with anything. It doesn't matter. If you like it, drink it.
Anything goes with turkey.
What Jim Croce say on that one tape? If you dig it, do it. If you really dig it, do it twice or something like that. If you listen to the very end of the 50th anniversary, the double CD.
Yeah, I have that one.
There's a quote where he talks about people. He's like, hey, if you dig it, do it. If you really dig it, do it twice. So,
I like that.
Yeah, it's good. It's something like that. It's not exactly that, but it's something along those lines. So
that's good food for thought as we go into the Thanksgiving week.
Yes.
Always thinking about Jim Croce always makes me happy.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah, definitely. And we've got a wine for Thanksgiving.
A Thanksgiving wine.
We hope. On this Give It a Shot, I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith. And we are aboutbeverages.com. And on this Thanksgiving week, we are about we're going to be about wine today. And the wine that we are going to be about is an Arizona Syrah from Coronado Vineyards, correct?
Yes, out of Wilcox. We actually, every year we always go down either to Wilcox and pick pumpkins at Apple Annie's, or we go, there's another place called Buckaloo Farms. One of those two places we usually go and we pick pumpkins with our son, not our son, you and me. With the son, with my wife Rachel, we go down and like I said, this year we went to Wilcox. There's some couple wineries down there. We had wanted to stop by, and we did. We went to Coronado Vineyards. It was very nice. They have a really cool tasting room set up. It's a giant, huge bar area, very nice area, plenty of room for people to kind of hang out. And they also have a little restaurant too, which we ate at, which was very nice too.
Nice.
And but yeah, the tasting room was very cool. It's just really nice. That experience, I haven't had that experience a lot, so I don't know if there's a lot better or a lot worse, but it was very nice. It was perfect for me.
If you're happy and comfortable with it, then that's good.
And that's what was cool. It wasn't too crowded at the time we went. It was on a Saturday that we went down there. It was nice. We had, like I said, had lunch there, and then we wound up just kind of going in the tasting room and trying some different things. And this was one of the ones I picked up.
Awesome.
While we were there. And
looking forward to it.
So we're actually doing two things during this podcast. We're not only trying this wine.
Really? Okay.
We're going to multitask, and we're actually going to try out a fancy little wine aerator.
The little aerator, all right.
Yeah. I wound up picking one of these up at Cost Plus World Market, the Vinturi.
Okay.
And it makes me think of the Venturi. Which is on the afterburner down at Arbuckle Coffee.
Right.
That's what we use for burning off all the excess smoke.
Which we've cleaned. Well, you've cleaned even more now, but we've cleaned many a time.
Many a time.
Adjust those.
This is not that.
No.
So what this Venturi, I already said it wrong. What this Vinturi does, vin as in vino, as in wine. I'm sure that's what they were going for. This helps with basically speeding up the decanting process. I've had these recommended on multiple different occasions from different people. Been very curious about them. They actually had a sale. I was like, all right, and it was funny. It was very nice. As I was looking at it, had one of the merchants that works there in the wine department come over. Oh, we tried one of those. They're great. Talking about it a little bit. And I was like, yeah, I'm kind of skeptical. I'm not sure. He's like, come on, let's try it. So he actually took me back. Had it
very nice.
They do tastings and stuff there. So he had wine open. He went through a little process. I thought it was. I'm not going to say that I loved it one way or the other, but it was interesting enough where I went ahead and made the purchase. So we're going to try it today with this wine that I've had before and previously. Full disclosure, as we always like to do.
Had it at the vineyard.
Had it at the vineyard, which was pretty cool. And so we're going to try. We're not going to do a super like double blind or anything like that. We're just going to taste a little bit with it not aerated, and then we'll taste it aerated, and we'll see what we think.
It sounds awesome. Okay. There's a lot of, at least I think Arizona wine is it's getting a little more well known on the national scene. Certainly nowhere close to several of the other wine producing regions, but it's making a name for itself.
And it's cool. Actually, when I was there, they have bumper stickers that say, "We're not Napa, but it's not bad." No, they didn't have. They should,
We did the best we could with what we had to work with.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites of all time. Like the 4 people out there that have played Payday. Yeah. The game Payday are like, that's awesome.
We did the best we could.
So obviously, as you can tell in the background here, I have not opened this wine.
Those aren't my knees. Andrew opening the wine.
Go ahead and open this guy up with my...
trusty
Trader Joe's.
Did you get that link that I sent you?
I did. What was that insane wine opener?
It's the R38 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see the price on that?
Yeah, that was nuts.
I was reading an article in Wine Spectator, and it was Michael Mina, the chef who owns like 20-some restaurants in San Francisco and I think Las Vegas. He's got a lot of... Oh, wait. You forgot the aerator.
Well, no. Don't we need to try it without aeration first?
Oh, we're going to do that first? Okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm not pouring the whole
good.
bottle.
Okay. It was talking about his house and his backyard, and his one tool that he has for the outside is the, I think, R38 bar knife or whatever it was called. And I was like, that thing looks... I thought, no, first I was like, I got to see what this is. So I looked it up. I'm like, that is cool. And there's like 4 different types, but the cheapest one is like $215, and they go up to over $400, and this is to open a bottle of wine. Now, if I was a professional and a sommelier and had gone through all the classes, this is probably something I would want to have.
Right.
And I actually want to have one anyways, but there's no way I'm going to spend that much money.
Is that on your group Christmas list?
It's not. When my Trader Joe's $2, which actually does a darn good job, doesn't look nearly as cool.
No,
but
I love this. I love this
sweet
thing,
job. So.
I was so glad when you got this for me because I always use I don't know what you call that one. It looks like a dude doing jumping jacks.
Yeah,
what it looks like. That kind of classic
Yeah.
style that had been around. I just love this. It's a little more elegant and seems to work. I have less issues with the cork coming out incorrectly with this, surprisingly, than that other one. So
yeah, no, I agree. So what do we do? A little color?
We can do all the other analysis, and then we'll go back to. So first, we're going to talk about here just right out of the bottle. Open it up. Just took it out of my wine fridge. Nice kind of outer edge red there, a little black,
reddish,
nice.
reddish, bluish, reddish, purplish. Not super dark, but nice. Nothing specific, just some nice berry notes. Nothing.
I think there's a nice blended berry cherry. Like I'm getting the blend I am getting is a nice blend of like dark and like ripe cherry fruit. Like I'm getting like the high, like early sweetness of like a fresh, like just ripe cherry. And then I'm getting also some of the dark notes of something that's gone, has been on the vine longer, like something a little heavier is kind of the balance I get. Like I get light sweetness and then I also get the dark notes too.
Yeah, that's good.
Not really anything specific.
Maybe a little raspberry almost.
Yeah.
That's probably about the only one that would jump out at me.
A little raspberry jam or something like that maybe in there because of the sweetness.
Yep. That's exactly what I taste. Just bursting with fresh fruit.
Yeah, nice raspberry. I'm getting a little of the pepper. There's a little black pepper kind of note in there, something a little spicy at the back.
Well, that's very, very easy drinking.
Yeah, I thought that was nice because usually Syrahs, I'm not little hit or miss for me in my palate, but I thought that was pretty good.
This is more of that fruity. Like remember the
little fruit forward,
the red, the chook shed.
Yeah,
that we tried. I think we did it for our frozen wine.
That's
wine
right.
freezing podcast, which go back a little while, but you can check those out in the archives at aboutbeverages.com. But this is more the fruit expression of the grape.
Yeah,
sometimes Syrah can be like you mentioned spicy. Sometimes it can be really spicy or a little smoky. But this is no, that's nice. I like that.
I think there's a little. Yeah, I think there still is a little, very little, but I do get a little bit of peppery spice at the end there. But yeah, no, I like that, and that's kind of what the styles I like are that more fruit forward, kind of flavor. And it's not too. It's a little dry, not overly dry though, which is nice. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna try out this fancy little gizmo.
The fancy gizmo. I want to see it in action.
Have not used this, so this is completely the first time I've ever actually even tried to pour wine through this.
You've seen it used, but
I saw it used at the store. Have not used it myself, so we're going to try here. I'm going to actually move my microphone a little bit, bring the glass over here, and we're going to give it a try.
Ooh, it's loud. Huh. Okay. If anything, it's a good show.
Yeah, it makes a lot of gurgling noises. I don't know if that's being picked up, but...
That sounds very gassy.
It does a little bit.
That one, you must have poured more in initially on that one because
I think I did. I was trying. I'd read a lot of reviews about this online, and different people said like, obviously there's a point where like don't pour too much or can over, because it has to give time to go through. But there's like a nice balance of how fast you kind of pour through there. So it's nice though. It does have a little holder that you set it in, or that can be super messy.
Stylish
holder.
And the little drips will be collected in that holder, and you can drink those later.
That's right. You can try that later.
When you think you're out of wine, no, you're not.
And the other nice thing is, too, that who knows if this works yet. We'll talk about that in a second. But it does also come with a nice little screen that you can put on the top where you pour the wine. So if it is something that has a lot of sediment in it, you don't have to worry about that. I don't think I really notice any color difference, but...
No, I'd say the color's relatively the same. And I don't really get difference on the aroma. The raspberry maybe comes through a little bit more.
Yeah, maybe a little bit more of that high-end sweet fruit comes through, but nothing blatant. So now the true test, the taste.
I think I liked it better before. It's drier. Or was that just my imagination?
To me, it seems a little smoother, actually. Like, I think it's less dry.
Well, I get the smoother, but to me, the front of my tongue...
The flavors seem to kind of...
But before, it was like bursting with berry goodness. I don't get that. I mean, I still get that fruit, but like mellower. And to me, it's drier. Initially, what I recall is on the front, it was more fruit forward, and it kind of hit me up front, and it was like, ooh, nice flavor all over. Now it's kind of like, well, those flavors are at the back.
Yeah, it kind of reversed where they go. Like it seems like, and I think that's maybe where the smoothness comes in. Like it seems like it kind of mellowed that a little bit, and I'm getting more of a burst toward the back.
Is this actually now? These are Arizona grapes that they talk to. Okay, that's either way though. I like that wine. That's a good wine.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much of a difference. I wonder if there's different ways to pour it or something like that. But no, it's not. That's about what I experienced in the store. Like I was like, okay, that's different.
Yeah,
and I was like, well, I want to try this more and test it out. I wonder if I read in some of the reviews talking about that some people, like they would say like, oh, use it with this one, but not with this one. Like certain
wines.
Yeah, there was a lot of people that claimed that they would actually take these to the restaurant when they would order a bottle of wine. Oh. And sometimes they would have people like the sommelier be like, oh, that's good. And the other ones was like, don't do it with that one.
Okay.
So maybe it works better than others with some things. But I honestly like this wine either way. I'm a big fan of this one. I bought it. Like I said, I bought a couple bottles of it. I like it quite a bit.
Well, some wines, like bigger wines like cabs and older wines, I think do need more time to breathe, which would bring this into play. This aerator into play more. Whereas this one is maybe young, was maybe meant to be consumed young and not.
Yeah, it's a 2009.
Age, that's very good. We'll see how it tastes with pizza.
So definitely, because that's what we're going to go ahead to right now. So either way, thumbs up for the wine.
Thumbs up on the wine.
Kind of a meh. Middle of the road on this decanter as this aerator at the moment. I will do more testing.
I would say more research is needed.
More research is needed. Yes. Very good.
We'll do that.
And if you want to do more research, head to aboutbeverages.com and check out the tasting notes for this wine as well as where it hits on our recommendation scale. And while you're there, make sure you become a fan of us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and check out the Drink Database, which has all the stuff in it that we don't necessarily get to podcast about, but we are actually tasting other things.
That's right.
Which is very important. But whether we like it or not,
you should give it a shot.